Hi guys, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. I'm Marcello, and today is May 22nd, 2014. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our biases to determine our overall direction for the market. So let's go ahead and get started here. So what do? What's our formula for success? At 5 p.m. we determine our biases by doing market analysis. Now when we determine our biases, which is the probability basically of price moving up or down. If we have a buy bias, then we believe a currency pair is going to be moving up. Sell bias, we believe a currency will be moving down. And then we have consolidation bias, where we think that price will continue to move within a range, and that's our probabilities. Now, how do we take advantage of this to make money? We, number one, either take a set and forget it trade, or number two, we day trade in the direction of our biases using our pods. Now, if you don't know what a pod is, we have a free course on our website, tribeforex.com, where you can figure out what a pod is and learn a lot more. Now, day trading, a lot of you don't know how to day trade. Many of you believe that the only way to learn how to day trade properly is by trial and error. We've actually had a free trade room with a seasoned Forex professional, Nino, who's going to be in that room with you on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time for the London session, and once again at 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the New York session. He will be taking live trades in that room and answering any questions that you may have so that you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the market here really quickly. So looking at the euro dollar, for instance, here we have we've actually pushed down. We thought the market was going to push down. I've been saying it for a long time, so if you got in on those trades and you listen to me, you should have made some money. So thank you. You're very welcome. We're going to also be looking right now. We're actually at an area of support. I'm going to be looking for price to move back up and really move back up and at least test that middle Bollinger that we have there in the short term. I do think that we're going to, probably get a little bit of consolidation. As you can see, this sell bar, even though it's a sell bar, it did stay inside. So we're going to look for a push back up here, and then potentially, eventually, we think there's going to be a push back down, because that is what the weekly and the monthly have been telling us for a long time. We're in a pennant here. We're going to look for price to come all the way back down to these levels at 128 to 130. That is what we've been expecting for quite some time. So guys, look for a buy quickly on the euro dollar. We're going to look for more consolidation play on the dollar Swiss as well. The pound dollar, you can see that it sold off yesterday. I would tell you to take a buy. Usually we're in consolidation. Take a buy off of the take a buy off these areas at 168.50, but we do believe that eventually the pound dollar is going to continue to move down. Okay, so I would more likely take a sell off the consolidation zone at the top. So when we get to about 169.20, 169.15 in that range, that's where you want to be looking for your sell, and for a continuation there on the pound dollar. All right, so that is where we are on the pound dollar. We're going to be looking for, it's a consolidation bias, but I would rather take a sell off of the upper end instead of the lower end. All right, the dollar, yeah, we said that was going to continue to move up. It did. It really moved right back into its consolidation flag formation, and we're going to be looking for price to continue to move up, potentially back to 103.40. Pound yen, the same thing. We're going to look for price to move up to 172.23 in that vicinity before it continues to move down again. I believe there's a trend line right here that seems to be very strong, and the market is recognizing and respecting. Okay, so dollar CAD is in consolidation. You can see that, and so we're going to look for a test at 1.0871 in that vicinity. Potentially more consolidation. So I'm calling consolidation bias on the dollar CAD. And the euro yen, it, like I said, is also in consolidation here. It bounced off of this Bollinger here for the short term. I'm going to look for it to bounce, to sell off on these upper zones. But it is going to move up. I think that we're going to see a move up on the euro yen. Although short-lived, it will be a move up. Okay, so New Zealand dollar basically showing consolidation here. We have a very nice reversal candle. That was a hard call for us because we do believe that the New Zealand dollar wants to come down, and so you can see that it closed right on this trend line and is actually staying above the trend line. I'm calling consolidation. We have one inside bar. I'm looking for another inside bar on the New Zealand dollar. Aussie dollar here, I'm going to be looking for, this is beautiful actually. We had a reversal candle right at the bottom, right off the 9200 zone. Didn't know what to expect here because we had the two reversal, we had the 250 EMA and the 200 EMA. I told you guys to take a sell off of this area, even though someone else would have said take a buy. According to the numbers, we have a 50 EMA, 200 EMA, and then a trend line under it. It was supposed to be a sell, and that's exactly what we got. So I'm going to be looking for a sell down to 91.74. Right, it's going to retest 9200, 91.74, or we can see a consolidation. So actually, I'm going to be looking for a consolidation play on tomorrow, unless there's, for tomorrow's trading session, unless there's, some news that's coming on the Aussie dollar. I'm going to be looking for a consolidation play and a play in between this inside bar formation that we see that's beginning to materialize, beginning to unfold. Eventually, I do see a push down to 91.75 in the test of this trend line. Now, mind you, right under this trend line is also a middle Bollinger Band, which gives it additional support at that area. So we've got to be looking at that and keep that in mind next week as we move into this next session. So guys, those are basically my calls. I think there's some good opportunities out there. I wish you very luck in this trading session, and I'll see you next week Monday for another edition of the Tribe Forex Power Hour. All the best. Bye-bye.